Welcome to a new episode of the Demon Slayer series. Muzan is gone. Bye-bye. So, what happened after his death? That's what we'll find out today. I'll recount the final events of the Demon Slayer story. Get your favorite beverage and enjoy. As always, please support us with a like and subscribe to the channel to receive all the latest news about the world of anime and manga. And we begin the final war against Muzan and the Upper Moons. It was by no means easy. Many legendary figures were killed, starting with the Corps commander, Abuyashiki, and his family, then Tamayo Muishiro, Ginya Shinobu Mitsuri Obnai, and finally the Rock Hashira Gumi. But all these sacrifices were not in vain because the goal was achieved. All the Upper Moons were killed. While some surrendered, there were also those who died unwillingly. However, this doesn't change the fact that they were defeated and lost to humans, and Muzan was no better than his followers. We can't deny that the battle against him was very difficult, but on the other hand, he was given a second chance and still lost. The humans deserved to win, but Tamayo takes most of the credit for this victory. The drug she created was the main reason for Muzan's weakness. Thanks to it, the Hashira and Tanjiro were able to harm the Demon King. Now, Muzan is completely, finally, and forever dead, and all the demons he created have disappeared with him. Let's see what a world without demons would be like. The story begins with Tanjiro. He finally returned to his human form and was able to break free from Muzan's control. He found everyone by his side. Gyu, Nezuko, Zenitsu, Inosuke. Everyone started crying, and so did Tanjiro. Finally, this nightmare was over. Tanjiro apologized to everyone for what he had done, but no one blamed him, and everyone was happy for his return. Kanao was happy that Tanjiro regained consciousness. Tanjiro was also happy that Kanao had survived. Helping others always pays off. This phrase was said by Tanjiro in the third season, and to this day, the writer continues to confirm that this statement is indeed true. Tanjiro saved Kanao in the beginning, and in the end, she was the only one who could save him. Yushiro was hiding in a house, happy with this victory, holding in his hand the last memory of Tamayo. He is currently the last demon left on Earth because he was not made from Muzan's blood. 3 months later, Tanjiro recovered from most of his injuries and was able to move. But the arm that had previously been regenerated thanks to Muzan was now useless. He couldn't move or control it, as if it didn't belong to him. His right eye too had been lost during the battle and regenerated thanks to Muzan when he took control of his body. But now, although it looked fine, he couldn't see anything with it. Tanjiro then asked his sister, "How are you?" Nezuko replied, "I'm doing very well." He apologized for causing her wounds that wouldn't go away. She replied, "I don't care. If you apologize again, I'll hit you in the forehead. I'm glad everything has returned to normal." She told him that Guy thought it was over when he bit her. Luckily, they had Shinobu's medicine. That night, Tanjiro met Bichiro. Bichiro told him, "You're lucky you bit Nezuko first. Her body contained the poison that was an antidote to Muzan's blood. If you had bitten anyone else, you wouldn't have become human again. You possessed terrifying strength when you were a demon. You were able to resist the sun. You surpassed Muzan. You were the strongest demon ever. Your return is like a miracle. That's why I respect you, because you didn't lose yourself." Tanjiro was moved and said, "Indeed, if I had helped others, I wouldn't have survived." Then Yushiro prepared to leave, and Tanjiro told him, "Please don't die." Yushiro paused as if Tanjiro could read his mind. He had intended to end his life, but Tanjiro told him, "You are the last memory we have of Tamayo. Your presence with us will keep her alive." Yushiro left without saying a word. Tanjiro worried about him because he hadn't heard from her since that night. Nezuko then asked how Gyu and the others were doing. She told him they were fine. Today he would go to visit Oyashiki's house. Meanwhile, Gyu and Sanemi were attending the final Hashira meeting. Oyashiki's son, as the Corps commander, was the one presiding over this meeting. Sanemi spoke, "Gyu, you are the only surviving Hashira. Many Corps members lost their lives, but thanks to their sacrifices, we were able to defeat the demons. And with that, our mission is over. Today, the Demon Hunter Corps will be disbanded." Sanemi and Gyu responded. "Okay, I understand." He continued, "The entire Oishiki family extends their deep gratitude." Gyu spoke, "Please don't bow." Sanemi also spoke, "We don't need any thanks. It's thanks to the Oishiki family that the Corps is united." Then Gyu spoke, "Kirya-sama, you've done a great job. Your father and all your ancestors must be proud of you." Kirya couldn't control his emotions. He began to cry. After all, they were just children. They had to shoulder the responsibilities of adults. On the other side, all the old friends began to visit Tanjiro. Tenjin and his wives were the first to visit. Tenjin praised Tanjiro and invited him to visit. Then Renkoku's brother arrived, accompanied by his father. He didn't want to enter the room, but Tenjin asked him to enter. Tanjiro was happy to see Renkoku's brother. Renkoku's father told him, Tanjiro, I heard that you used my son's sword guard in battle. Thank you. I'm sure Rengoku would be happy about that. Tanjiro replied. There's no need to thank him. It was Rengoku's words that gave me strength. At that moment, the blacksmiths and all the members of the Demon Slayer squad appeared. Everyone was happy that Tanjiro was tired. Inosuke sneaked into the kitchen trying to steal food, but the girl caught him and scolded him. She then gave him a portion of food and told him, if you're hungry, you can ask, not steal. Inosuke was impressed by her. His weakness was food. Tanjiro met Kanao in the hospital courtyard. Kanao was standing by a sakura tree because it reminded her of their older sister. She told Tanjiro, I wanted to tell her we won. Tanjiro was impressed by her kindness. He then asked, how are your eyes? She replied, they're fine. You can see a little through them. And she told her, I just met the wind Hashira. He gave me the Obanai snake. I think I'll keep it. He's very intelligent and inside the hospital. Sanemi happened to meet Nezuko. At that moment, Sanemi felt like a big asshole. He couldn't say anything. Nezuko asked, how are your injuries? He replied, I'm fine. She replied, that's good to hear. He then apologized for being unconscious when Tanjiro transformed and couldn't help. She replied, it's okay, I slept for 2 years in the past. Also, my brother was unconscious for a month. That's why your sleep doesn't compare to ours. Also, I like sleeping. That word reminded him of Genya. Sanemi was touched and smiled at Nezuko. He told her, take care of yourself. Then he left. Zenitsu saw everything that had happened and asked, what was he trying to do then? Zenitsu became a stalker. He watched Nezuko wherever she went. Gyu and Urokodaki arrived. Tanjiro and Nezuko were happy to see them. They went with Zenitsu and Inosuke to visit the Demon Slayer's graves and placed flowers on them. Afterward, they left the hospital and headed to Tanjiro's old house. He met the old man who lived at the bottom of the mountain. The old man was happy that they were okay, and they went to visit their family graves. The four of them continued to live together in the same house, each with a specific role to play. Except for Zenitsu, he sleeps most of the time. But at mealtimes, he's the first person at the table. His only role is to wash the dishes after eating. Zenitsu always tries to do tasks that don't require much effort. Kiria sent them money to get them started. But Tanjiro continued to sell charcoal, as his family did. Gyu opened a barbecue shop. He wrote to Tanjiro from time to time. Tanjiro also sent letters to Sanemi, but he never replied. Kiria told him that Sanemi couldn't write, so he kept sending him letters because they made him happy. And so Tanjiro did. One day, Sanemi left a box in front of Tanjiro's house. Inside was some ohagi. Tanjiro recognized the smell of the box as Sanemi had brought it. That made him happy. Every month, they would visit Kanao for their regular checkups. She told him that Yoshiro was the one who helped her when she didn't understand what to do. Tanjiro was reassured that Yoshiro was still alive. And that's where our story ends. I hope you enjoyed the narration. That's all for today's segment. See you in a new segment.